What would be my best 3 tips for a new insurance agent? This video is sponsored by none other than Lead Heroes, you guys. Lead Heroes has got you covered when it comes to telemarketing leads, Medicare supplement leads, final expense leads, turn 65 leads. They also got you covered when it comes to virtual staffing. If you're having trouble finding the budget to bring somebody into your business to help you out on your day-to-day activities, they got you covered with their virtual assistants. They're affordable. They've already gone through the vetting process, so you know that they're going to be well-trained, great quality of individual. Just because you watch this video, you guys, Lead Heroes is going to give you 10% off any order you make on their website. The link to the site can be found down in the description, so go ahead and check them out. Okay, guys, so what would my 3 tips be for a brand new insurance agent? Let's just say you first are getting licensed, you just got your license, and you just were able to view it for the first time. Your name on that piece of paper, right? Your license number on this piece of paper. For the sake of example, I'm gonna go off of if you got a accident and health and life insurance license. I know that some of you might have gotten maybe a P&C license or something along those lines, but my expertise and my organization's expertise is particularly accident and health. Some states don't call it accident and health, some just call it health, some call it something else. But in my state, they call it accident and health. Others might have gotten a life license. A lot of times it's pretty common for you to take those 2 licensing exams together and get those lines of licenses at the same time. But for the sake of example, just so that way we can kind of keep the time to what we want it to look like in this video, we're going to talk about accident and health and life and kind of use that as an example. But the tips I'm going to share with you in this video can actually be transferable to any line of insurance. So I hope you are able to take something out of this if maybe you're not in the accident and health and life or life insurance world. So my first tip would be, if you do not have a mentor, if you do not have somebody that you can essentially contract under. When I say contract under, I mean in the form of an FMO or an IMO. What is an FMO or IMO? Well, the terminology might not be that way in all lines of insurance, but the idea of an FMO or an IMO kind of stands true and stays the same. An FMO stands for a field marketing organization. A field marketing organization is a large agency that, for the most part, kind of builds their business on the back of kind of recruiting agents into the business, providing them tools, providing them great training, providing them good resources. And in exchange, when the agent is able to make a sale, the upline or the FMO is able to earn a small override on that person's business, right? You're going to find this in P&C, you're going to find this in Medicare, you're going to find this in ACA, you're going to find this in life. So this is an idea that is transferable to the different lines of insurance, right? So you're going to need to find a good mentor. The reason why you want to find a good mentor is it's going to shorten your learning curve dramatically. When you come in, there's a lot of information that you need to know, right? There's sales skills. And even if you have good sales skills previously, you need to find out how you can adjust those sales skills to make them transferable to the industry you're now in, right? A pitch or an approach that might work if you were selling cars might not work exactly the same way if you're trying to sell an insurance policy. It's like apples and oranges, right? So you have to adjust your approach, and you need to adjust the way that you're communicating and talking to people, number 1. Number 2, you also need to be able to understand the world of insurance that you're jumping into. It is imperative that you have good guidance and you understand your products, the insurance companies, just kind of the ins and outs of that. A good FMO, upline, whatever the terminology you want to use, a mentor, somebody that can kind of guide you in your business, can really be a great asset for you. So I'd say number 1, you want to find yourself a great mentor, because they're going to shorten your learning curve and they can provide you a lot more value than I can in this short video. So that's number 1. Number 2, for a brand new insurance agent, would be to do 2 things. I'm going to put number 2 as a part A and a part B, right? Part A is you want to learn your products, right? Your full-time job should be to study and learn as much as you can about the products and services you're now offering. Because if you go out into the field and you do not know what you're talking about, it's going to show. People are going to be able to see it. And some people out there in the field, they might know a little bit more about what you're selling than you might think. Now, you're always going to know more than them. But if you're just, kind of fumbling through an appointment or a phone call, sometimes it's going to show that you just don't know what you're talking about and you don't have the confidence that they want to see in order to make a purchasing decision on their end. So make sure that you are learning your products quick, fast, and in a hurry. And you want to put as much time as possible into mastering those products. So that's part A. But I want to put a disclaimer in that, part B. The fastest way to learn for a lot of us is by doing. So this is what I did as a new agent, and this is what I would encourage all of you to do. And some of you might not like this. You're like, well, this is my Netflix time, or this is my whatever time. Nobody said this was going to be easy. If you were expecting an easy route, and this is, of course, a message to independent insurance agents, if you're working in a LOA, captive organization, you probably don't need to do this as much, right? Because you're probably going to be off the clock during these hours. But if you're independent, you are building a business. Whoever said building a business was easy, right? If you thought that this was going to be an easy thing, then maybe you're doing the wrong thing, right? Maybe you should be doing something else. But it's not easy. So part B would be spend as much time as you can within your first couple of weeks talking to people, getting out into the field, having conversations with prospective customers, because sometimes the best way to learn is to muck it up a few times. I can tell you some of the best and most important lessons I ever learned as a new agent was by making a mistake that either cost me a deal or almost cost me a deal. And at the time, it was very painful. It's something I didn't enjoy going through. But it saved me from losing out on hundreds of deals in the future because I never made that mistake again, right? It's the best learning tool. Experience is going to be your best teacher. So in your off time hours, right, when you can't talk to people, right, in the evenings, on the weekends, things like that, that's going to be the best time for you to take time to study. And it doesn't have to be all day, right? But take an hour and a half, take 2 hours, and make sure that you are learning something and studying up on your product, your service, and your industry. Because I see so many people spend 6 months trying to master their product and service before they ever have a conversation, and then they have to quit the business because they're not making any money and they have bills to pay. You don't want that to be you, so you have to become a master of what you're doing, but don't be afraid to talk to people at the same time. Make sure that you're delegating certain amounts of time throughout your day to putting it towards learning about what you do, but you don't have to spend all day doing it at the same time. Me as a new agent, I would work from 9 a.m. every day to about 8 p.m., trying to have those conversations, trying to figure it out as I go, and then I'd go home, and probably from 8:30 to maybe 10:30 at night, I was studying up on plan documents, plans in my area, just different kinds of things, and I was trying to learn and kind of master them and get better. This helped me. This will help you too. Number 3, and our final tip that I would give to a new insurance agent is understand that if you want to do anything special as an independent agent, when I say special, I mean grow a very large business. There's people that become very successful without doing this, but they're always maybe shortchanging themselves on what they're actually able to do, and they're maybe scratching the tip of the iceberg in what their potential could be. Understand that your business is a business, and you're going to have to invest into your business. You ever hear the old saying that if you treat your business like a business, it'll pay you like a business? But if you treat it like a hobby, it'll pay you like a hobby. Now, this comes, in my interpretation of that quote, this is going to come from 2 aspects. Number 1 is your effort and how much you're showing up at the consistency. We all know that. You're going to have to show up and work every day. Put that time in, ladies and gentlemen. But number 2, that also comes hand in hand with investing into your business. Invest in leads when you can. Now, you might not be able to right off the bat a lot, but do what you can. When you make some money in your business, when you make some sales, don't be afraid to reinvest some of that money back into your business. This is how you create a machine, a money-making machine that continues to grow and amplify and multiply. And before you know it, your business is growing beyond your wildest dreams, and you're able to invest more and more, and that's how you really get to a point where you can scale. I know as a new agent, it's not always easy to think about scaling, but long term, where do you want to go in your business? And if you want to go somewhere special, you got to treat it like a business. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, do me a favor, please drop a like on this video. It helps so much with the YouTube algorithm. It's going to help more insurance agents just like you find this video, who need to see it, who need to hear this information, and also who need the guidance. Also, drop a comment down in the comment section. Do you have any questions, follow-up questions, or do you have any tips if you're a seasoned agent that you might want to give to new agents that maybe we didn't have time to mention this video? We'd love to have a dialogue with you about it. If you like our content and you like our channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell next to that subscribe button so you're notified when we upload. We put up 4 to 5 videos a week of actionable training content for agents. Until next time, guys, thanks so much for watching. Here's to your success and your abundance. Thanks, guys.